After months of deliberation and long conversation with my family, I believe in my heart of hearts that I've accomplished what I set out to do for West Virginia. I've made one of the toughest decisions of my life and decided that I will not be running for re-election to the United States Senate. But what I will be doing is traveling the country and speaking out to see if there is an interest in creating a movement to mobilize the middle and bring Americans together.
How y'all feeling about that? First, I'd like to say is that he didn't come to the conclusion, or he didn't make the decision not to run for re-election. He knew that he would not win re-election. Joe Manchin represents a Republican area. So he's not far right enough for them. He's not extreme enough for them. And he also knows that he has pissed off Democrats, so he wasn't going to get a lot of support from Democrats. Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, they have been huge roadblocks in progressing Democrat policy, Joe Biden's policy. And because of Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, the policy, the legislative policy that Joe Biden was able to pass has been heavily watered down. The most significant parts that would go to help the American people had to be pulled out of a lot of the policies that Joe Biden was able to pass, because Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema wouldn't vote if they kept those juicy, meaty parts in it. And why did Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema wanted certain parts pulled out? Family leave, prescription drug coverage. Why did they want that stuff pulled out? Because their billionaire Republican donors donated to them so that they would do those sorts of things. And also, when he says that he will be traveling the country and talking to people, Joe Manchin is pegged by no labels to be a presidential candidate for the No Labels Party. Yeah. So those of us who are tuned in to politics, we're looking for Joe Manchin to make an announcement at some point that he's running for president under the No Labels Party. As senator, Joe Manchin worked more with Republicans, voted more with Republicans than he did with Democrats. And so being a presidential candidate for the No Labels Party, who is financially supported by Republicans, who do you think he's going to represent as president? I ain't voting for Joe Manchin. I don't want to even hear what Joe Manchin has got to say when he goes around the country to talk to people. I don't want to hear nothing he's got to say. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're feeling about this. Yes, the Democrats are going to lose a seat in the Senate. But did they really have a seat in the Senate with Joe Manchin?